Well, hello there. We are live. So today, unfortunately, we are missing Vinnie. Vinnie is out taking care of some very important clients. And as you know, client support is very important. As you know, that service is very important. So Vinnie's out going the extra mile to make things happen for a client of his that's flying in just to see him. So now that we've established that, what are we going to look at today? Well, this was a very interesting week for the mortgage markets, for overall the housing market. Do we think we're finally turning a corner? Unfortunately, we are not turning a corner yet. We still do not see housing inventory coming available. We still have a limited supply. But the good news is mortgage rates are still staying really, really low. So let's just talk a little bit about what's going on in the mortgage rate environment. So all of our economic data that came out this week, it was all positive. Housing data was positive. Job growth was positive. The only thing that we still have a problem with, which you're seeing all across the U.S., is we still have people who are not returning to work because they're being paid to stay home. So that's kind of a problem for the labor market, and eventually I do think that'll turn. But overall, it's like all of our economic data is now trending towards full recovery, which is going to be good for us. The only thing that will be bad with the full economic recovery is you will see interest rates, unfortunately, kind of tick up. So this week, we still were at historically all-time lows once again. We're down underneath the 3% again, which is huge. And for those of you out there who are wondering, well, it's not as low as it was 2 months ago. It's not as low as it was 3 months ago. It's not as low as it was 4 months ago. Yes, that's all true. But if you want to give yourself peace of mind, go to that new website called Google and Google historic interest rates. Let's see, what I got a question here. What about possible tax changes? Ooh, wow, that's a good question. Emmanuel. Ooh, well, yes, tax changes. That's actually going to affect a lot of the market. So I know that we've mentioned this before about different government stimulus packages and how that affects the market and how tax brackets affects the market. And unfortunately, there's a couple things that in life are guaranteed: death and taxes. So if we continue to pass programs and spend money, yes, it's got to be paid for. And the people that have to pay for it are usually in a higher tax bracket. Will that affect the economy and real estate? Yes, it will. If you see another stimulus package passed, which will be all taxes being increased, you will definitely see an impact on the market. And unfortunately, that's probably going to impact your higher properties, which, you know, we used to say back in the day $1 million was a lot for a house, and not in San Diego anymore. So to answer your question, yes, tax problems coming. Higher earners are going to definitely suffer, which means they may not be selling their house and they may not be buying a new one, and they may be moving out of state, which probably going to create some opportunity for other people. Now to pony ride all the way back to what went on with interest rates again, yep, still super low. Your jumbo market has not recovered back to where it was, even though your other rates have come back down. Your jumbo market is still higher. And I don't mean a little higher than before. Before we were looking at jumbos like 2.75%, which is unheard of. Now your average is 3.25 to 3.375. That's a major, major change. So just wanted to address that. Next, what do we think is going to happen in the coming summer months? Ooh, besides the heat, I would say the heat is on, but that's a really lame song, so we're not going to do that. But the heat's going to be coming on this summer because, as you know, if you live in San Diego, majority of the populace tries to buy homes over the summer months. So that makes June, July, August, and September our busiest months of the year for house hunting. Do I think it's going to be exponentially hot this year? Yes. And there's also some talk about the new administration bringing back the buyer's credit If you remember back there in the Obama years, they also had the buyer's credit. What would that do to the current housing market? I hate to tell you this, government people, bad news. Yes, giving out free money to incentivize people to buy houses with all-time low shortage, with all-time low rates is a bad idea. Will that affect the housing market? Yes. So in the coming months, if another stimulus package is passed with a buyer's credit, inducing more people to buy with free money, it will once again cause prices to rise again, which is not what we want to see. That is not good news. So hopefully it doesn't happen. And on a final front, let's just look a little bit about what's going on with construction type loans, because a lot of houses out there are not perfect. Can you find your perfect house? If you have an unlimited budget, you can, which most people don't. Otherwise, you're probably going to end up buying a house that needs some upgrades, maybe needs some work, maybe needs a kitchen, a bathroom. So your construction loans are totally coming back. Talk to your lender about construction loans. That's a way for you to be able to buy in the market right now and still be able to fix up the home later. They can do one-time closes or two-time closes on construction loans. So keep that in effect. And then other than that, I think we're going to keep it short and sweet today because it's been a fast-paced week. And, oh, man, I'm tired. Not really. But I'm ready to see some things go good for people. And for those of you out there who keep making offers and keep getting declined and keep hearing everybody say, oh, I was beat out by all cash, your cash market's 30% of the market right now. So you still have hope. And if you keep losing and losing with your offers, talk to your lender, talk to your agent, talk about strategies, talk about what can you do to differentiate yourself to make your offer look better. Can you build realistically in San Diego? Oh, so yeah, you can build realistically in San Diego. Absolutely. Is it cheaper? It's not cheaper, but it's actually going to end up being less right now than typically it would be if you bought, because a lot of homes right now are all selling way over asking price. And if you want to go further, Emmanuel, to answer your question, construction loans can be done with just a slab and a couple 2x4s that are in there. And then you can do full renovation loans from there, which is actually hasn't been done for a long time. And a lot of your houses out there that are not in the best condition, your reno loans are going to be the best bet. So hopefully that answers your question. And, that's all. I'm going to keep it out today. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, kind of like Too Short from Oakland. If any of you know him, he was short and sweet and got to the point right away. So I'm going to end this on that. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be strong, be positive. And there's a couple things in life you should look for: truth, health, and wealth. That's all I got for y'all. Out.